Welcome to the Maximize Business Value podcast, brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners like you to maximize your business value and achieve the exit of your dreams, whatever that means to you. With insights gained from over 100 business transactions, we share real-world strategies, lessons, and expert advice to help you build long-term, sustainable value in your business. Each episode is hosted by one of our Mastery certified partners. They're seasoned experts who've helped countless business owners navigate the complexities of growth, scaling, and building value. They bring first-hand experience, actionable insights, and a passion for helping you build a business that thrives. So let's dive in.
Excellent.
And I got an offer for many more times multiple than I should have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? And the world was ending as we know it. And
Yeah.
it's the end of the world as we know it. That's REM, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
We got to keep the footnotes straight. Anyway, so we grew through adding a no-brainer product that goes along with reading glasses, reader rest, and we sold. And
nice.
It was no regrets. And I never imagined that. I didn't really imagine I would get it back, but miraculously, they said, "Hey, we want to buy the brand, but we don't want to manufacture anything. My glasses are made in China, which so is the iPhone, by the way. So you really can control quality." And I got a really great relationship with a factory in China. And I've been out there. They're incredible people. They're human beings just like us trying to make a dollar. But they do a really nice job of these. Well, I wound up, when I sold, they didn't want to manufacture anything. So I turned them over to my manufacturer of these. But we were making these in Texas.
The reader rest.
The eyeglass holders were made in North Texas. They asked me if I would continue making the product for them.
Oh.
So I did. So I got to continue. I kept a small team together for the next couple of years, and we kept manufacturing the product. And last year, I decided I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And they bought out all my inventory.
Wow.
And then we found out, or we hit them up in September of last year. Hey, how's it going? Would you guys be interested in selling the brand back? And like, yes, we would be. And it turned out
just a little inquiry, huh?
Yeah, no, just hey, you guys, and it turned out they had a downturn right after I sold them all my inventory. They had a significant downturn in revenue, but a much worse downturn in profits due to Chinese knockoffs were coming in, flooding Amazon, and they knew how. But look, these guys bought a lot of companies when they were buying my company, and there was a lot of attrition with help. And so they weren't able to do all the things that needed to be done to really protect the brand. And I wound up winning in the end, but they won too. Let's keep that straight, because I took a dying, burning asset off of their books.
Yeah, and you sold them a profitable company that I'm sure they made some profit on over the years. So
they made money for sure.
Yeah. Wow, that's wonderful. So now you got it back. Different landscape though, different competitors, a lot of different things. So Rick Hopper's got some ideas, I think.
Yes, sir. I do. No, it's I'm gonna go do what I do best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in front of people, and I'm gonna make sure anybody that can benefit from this little gadget has access to it and they know about it. We've sold millions and millions of these things all over the world. Yet every time I go out in public, people
still get it. I wear mine. I'm not wearing it right now, but when I wear it, I get asked every time.
Oh yeah, no, you go on a trip, on a cruise, go out to dinner. You got your reader rest on. There's enough people out there. Like, it's really funny is when you're out there, you're out in public, and you see somebody. You kind of see somebody recognize the product.
Yeah,
you're looking at it, and they're looking at you, and then you catch them looking, and they look away. And some of them will go, hey,
Aren't you
what
that?
is that on your shirt? It's this thing. And then I always have some in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I
I
always
need to
give
start
somebody,
doing that as a brand ambassador for you. I need to have a handful in my pocket because
I will,
I've given away almost every one that I have,
so read
yeah,
a rest.
yeah,
I will print Mastery Partners. You got a great logo for
super.
this.
Yeah.
I'll print some on there for and give them to you.
Oh,
You
that'd be
keep a little
wonderful.
stack in your pocket,
Yeah.
and you just go like this.
Just pop
You
them
pull
off.
one off, and you just hand it to somebody, and they're like, "Are you kidding me? You're giving
Wow.
this to me?"
Wow. We're headed for
Oh
a
my
trade
God.
show the end of July. So I'll definitely take you up on it. In fact, you don't have to give them for us. We'll pay for them. But
They're $20 each, two
oh,
grand for 100 of them.
$20. Okay.
Just
See,
kidding.
you learned a lot from Walmart. Well, this
Uh,
is fascinating. So, really, when we talk to business owners, a lot of times the discussions we have, business owners are normally good at something. They're good at an idea and a product, maybe great at production, but usually there's blind spots. Usually okay, they may not be following their financials as close as they could, or they may, even though they've got a great product, they may not have presented it to the world correctly, or they may not have a well-defined sales process. So when you were building the company, what was your biggest challenge? Like I said, you're a little unique in that you're a creative guy that loves to dive into spreadsheets. But what was your biggest challenge? When you think about all the things we cover at Biz Owners Ed, which is all the aspects of your business, what was your biggest challenge?
well, you're right. Uh, so everybody's got a different nature. We're all hardwired differently,
Yeah.
and we're all better at something. So obviously, you can tell just by talking to me on this video. I'm authentic, enthusiastic. I'm not scared of people.
Yep.
I get $1 million idea every week. It's ridiculous. I got two last week that actually three last week. One of them is $1 billion app that I'm going to build that I can't wait, and we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
Another one is it's a backpacking thing that it's revolutionary. So you know what keeps me humble, Dave? I know that I'm not the author of my ideas or creativity.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It comes to me from the ether,
Yeah.
from the creator. It comes to
Sure.
me from somewhere. It
Yeah.
doesn't come out from the inside of me. I don't
Yeah.
think of
No,
these
no.
things. They
Somebody
come to
instilled
me.
that in you. Yeah.
So I get to be overwhelmingly humble.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's the way I always think of you. So, but no, that is awesome.
Okay, so we all have our hard wiring, and
Yep.
obviously my gift is I can go talk to people and share it with people. But I'm some of the stuff that we teach at Biz Owners Ed really revolves around inside the company processes, procedures,
Yes.
bookkeeping, analytics. Taking that P&L, I think Deb Pervin is
Yeah.
amazing. If you have you had Deb on your show yet?
No, but Deb's coming on because she's
For
got
sure.
9 numbers that everyone needs to know, and I want her.
Oh, the 9 numbers, and she has this knack for taking your P&L
Yeah.
and identifying every area of your business that affects your P&L, and then
Yep.
do things inside your company that make your P&L bring your P&L to life. Because guys like me, I hate that part of the business,
Yeah.
banking and tax records and compliance and that's your thing.
Yeah.
You don't that doesn't bother compliance and record that stuff. Yeah, that doesn't bother you
You're
at all,
just not
right?
a compliant person. I mean, let's get with it.
Okay,
So,
that's different.
so that would be the challenging piece then. So the creativity, even the production, manufacturing, those are just solving problems for you. I think.
Yeah.
What you're saying is the stuff that's more mandated. Got to do this. Got to grind this out. Those are the
That's
things
right.
that are a little frustrating. Yeah.
I'm comfortable with maximum autonomy. I want to do what I want, when I want, with whom I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got, I the minute I even thought about building buying my company back, I'm
Yeah.
like, who would I want on my team?
Yes. Yeah.
So I contacted one of my all-star guys who was working for another guy that used to work for me before, who built
Yeah.
his own deal. And I'm like, hey, bro, I got this. What are you thinking?
Putting the
And he
band back
literally,
together.
he spent the last 2 months working for free to help himself create an opportunity to come back and do what he really loves with
Wow.
whom he really loves, huh, Tyler?
Oh, wow. That
Right
is
here.
that is
Anyway,
awesome. That
but
is awesome.
it was, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that is what a great story, man. What a great story. So, I know of only one other person personally that's been down this path, and that's our friend Ron Sturgeon.
Yep,
So and Ron, I'm hoping to have on the podcast at some point in the future because his story is just great too. I mean,
he'll do it.
he starts from nothing. He builds very successful business in salvage yards, sells it to a Fortune, 100 company, to probably Fortune 50 company, and then buys it back, after a period of time, and then replicates the process. And I think of Joe Kesterson too, another good friend of ours
Oh, sure.
that has done the same thing over and over. Just notice he just launched a new company in the last month. Uh,
Yep.
you just can't sit on the sideline. So you're that kind of guy. That's the kind of person that I'm hoping that our podcast listeners really go for, because these are the people you want to emulate. The people that have not only can solve for the right business, all the right quotients, but do it over and over again, and sometimes in different businesses. So that's even cooler.
Yeah, I'm going to build this thing back up, and I'm going to turn down some offers,
Yeah, yeah,
and then I'm going to eventually entertain an offer, but I will always put something in the agreement that says, if
yeah,
you take the company from here down to here,
yeah,
you have to sell it back to me at a
yeah,
predetermined price,
yeah.
and I'll put that in the contract
And
because
they
I
may get to that
love this
price.
company. If I could buy this thing back 3 more times between now and I'm 100 years old.
That's kind of a perpetual motion machine. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
That is
Hey,
so cool, man. I have
we've
enjoyed it so much. So thank you for
no,
taking
no, no,
the
we
time to
can't
do
do.
this.
You can't end it here. We teased Biz Owners Ed,
Oh,
but
that's true.
we didn't talk about it.
We didn't talk about it. So that's actually how we met. You were in the mighty class of 2014, in a nonprofit that we both are on the board of now, called Biz Owners Ed. In fact, you're the executive director. I'm just a board member. But that is,
OG, original founding board member.
well, that could be that, could be that. But it is something that's just something that's in my heart. I started and founded a business, bought a couple of businesses, sold it, and the whole idea is to turn around and become a servant leader and help others follow the same path, right? So some great people had a very good vision on how to do that in 2010. We launched in, I think, 2012, and 2 years later, Rick Hopper came in along with several other stellar members that particular year. But the whole idea behind Biz Owners Ed, and I'll give it my impression, I'll let you give yours, is the idea is to for serious entrepreneurs that are serious about growing their business and scaling their business, and actually growing to the point where they're creating jobs or creating opportunities for others. And in a lot of cases, that's their whole goal, is to create opportunities for others. Yes, they may build some personal wealth along the way, but the real thing is to show a path for others. And we do it once a year. We have like a 10-week, I call it a boot camp for business owners, covers every aspect of business from inception to exit. We talk about both on the first night, and work through. And Rick has stepped up in the last several years to really run the show. He's the executive director of Biz Owners Ed, calling the shots, and it's been just a joy to serve on your board. Let me say that.
I want to just add a couple items if you don't mind.
You bet.
Number one, we don't mind bringing people into the class that are in it for the money. It's okay if that's your primary motivator.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
in it to make other people wealthy, that's great. If you're in it to serve your community
yeah,
and take market share from somebody in the community that has a business that's not doing as well as they should, that's good. So
yeah,
what we do specifically, we spend throughout the year, we interview several business owners who have the ability or the desire to grow and scale their companies, whether they want to exit or not.
right.
But
Yeah, we're pretty agnostic
we
to that. Yeah,
And then at some point, middle of the year, we select 12 qualified class members, and anybody that didn't make the cut for that year, and any other business person that didn't apply for the class but wants to come enjoy and get all the benefits from that mentorship program in this community of serious committed entrepreneurs can sit in the gallery, which are the seats right behind the class. And we have the first 10 Tuesdays of the year, typically from 4 to 8 p.m. So if anybody in the Dallas area is watching this video, go to bizownersed.org, bizownersed.org, B-I-Z, by the way. Hit the Join Us button and apply for the class or register for the gallery.
Yeah, and the thing that I think is so refreshing about this, it's in person. There are thousands of virtual programs out there, but there's something special about being in person, being in the room for those 10 nights in a row, and it goes by like a flash, it seems to me. But I've watched these relationships grow. I've watched people find each other and go into business together. I've watched people just support each other, that their businesses are tangential to each other and they both grow. It's been a tremendous experience for me to just see what happens in that room. And
during this video part, if you can put the word warning over the top of my head, I have a warning to service providers. Nobody is allowed to come to business. There's lots of networking places you can go and pitch your deal and solicit your services and try to get customers. But if you show up to Biz Owners Ed, you're coming here to be part of a community, to learn and to grow, not to increase your sales by the community that you come in to join. So we take it very seriously. We protect our family, our group from service providers that are just there for the sole purpose of soliciting their business and trying to get clients. Hand out cards. Hey, I'm so.
Yeah, this is not a Chamber of Commerce breakfast. Yeah, this is
fair warning.
Serious.
I had an event a couple months ago in my barn, actually, and it was Biz Owners Ed related, and somebody showed up and was heavily soliciting.
Oh,
and I came down on her. I says, "Hey, what are you doing? Stop soliciting." She's like, "This is a networking event." I go, "No, it's not. These are my friends. Get out of here. What are you doing? This is so dirty."
She's lucky she made it out of the barn.
She was mad.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, anyway. Super, man. I really have appreciated this. Really look forward to another visit, because we have 3 or 4 other topics I'm sure we could cover. And
for sure, Dave, we could do a 30-part series on the aspect of failures, near misses, chaos.
Oh yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah, that's people tune in for train wrecks, and we haven't had enough of those, so we need.
Oh, let's do a train wreck episode, man. I've had a few.
Yeah, we'll need some music background. Dun dun dun. Every time that happens. Well, that is super. So, again, Rick Hopper. I guess I always just refer people to rickhopper.com, but it sounds like we may have a new place to refer you to. But with that, I'm going to close and just say, hey, I'm Dave Casey. This is the Mastery Partners Maximize Business Value podcast, and it's really designed for business owners that are just serious about building value in their organization. We hope you tune in next time.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Maximize Business Value podcast. I hope today's conversation sparked new ideas on how you can continue driving value in your business. But remember, it's not just about listening. It's about taking massive action. Visit our website, masterypartners.com, for more resources. Grab a copy of any of the books in the Maximize Business Value series on Amazon or via the links below. And don't hesitate to reach out if you want to know how to apply these concepts to your business. So until next time, I'm Tom Bronson, reminding you to relentlessly execute while you maximize business value.